Out of all the new stuff in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, the thing that makes me the happiest is this right here. The last hit in a one-on-one match. Both players freeze, the camera zooms in, the screen lights up with a solar flare, and the victim trembles with potential energy before blasting off. In a game as fast and chaotic as Super Smash Bros., a moment of stillness can do a lot. It gives the winner time to revel in their victory, it gives the loser time to soak in defeat, and it gives the audience time to get hype. While this dramatic finish is new for Smash, it's not new for fighting games. They've been refining the last hit for 3 decades. It's a moment that should feel special, and Capcom figured this out in 1991 with the text of fighting games, Street Fighter II. When the last hit would land, the game would pause for 7 to 8 frames, then continue to play out in slow motion as the loser went flying, screaming. It was a big step up from the first entry of the Street Fighter series, where the loser would just sort of fall over. Before Street Fighter II, maybe the most satisfying last hit was courtesy of Mike Tyson's Punch-Out!, where the opponent would reel and stagger away before finally collapsing. The landscape after Street Fighter II was a totally different story, as the hit stop into slow motion finish would become an industry standard for 2D fighting games. Later that year, Fatal Fury would use the same finish, adding these meaty crashes. World Heroes followed suit. Samurai Showdown would add a full screen flash of red and stretch the freeze frame out to an agonizing full second before the slow-mo payoff. For the rest of the 90s, if you made a 2D fighting game, this is how your matches ended. Games would add tweaks like flashy effects and camera zooms, but the formula was the same. Western fighting games countered this trend in favor of extending punishment. The last hit in a Mortal Kombat game didn't come with any pomp and circumstance, but it did leave the loser vulnerable to a gnarly fatality. Same deal in Primal Rage. Killer Instinct would let you keep an ultra combo going and going and going after your opponent was super dead. 3D fighters also skirted the standard set by Street Fighter II. After 20 years and 5 numbered franchise entries, Virtua Fighter still doesn't do anything to highlight its final hit. Tekken toyed with instant replays, but stuck to the loser falls over school of finales until Tekken 7, when they added the long dramatic pause, along with flashy effects. Tekken 7 also added something else new: predictive finales. In every other game that uses the SF2 finish, the last hit lands, depletes the loser's HP, and triggers the finale. In Tekken 7, if 2 opponents launch into an attack at the same time, and those attacks could potentially do enough damage to end the match, then the game drops into super slow motion as these animations play out, and you get to find out which hit will land first. It's a finale that doesn't just celebrate the last hit, it actually preempts it, creating even more room for anticipation and excitement. This brings us back to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, which is doing a bit of predictive work of its own. Unlike fighting games that use a health bar, getting killed in Smash Bros. Means getting knocked off of the level. This involves angles, momentum, gravity, and the victim's ability to push back. In other words, physics. Smash Ultimate doesn't do anything special before the impact, but on the precise frame of the last hit, a bunch of calculations have to take place. What was the angle of attack? Are there any obstacles in the flight path? Can the victim conceivably get back on the stage? If it looks like checkmate, then the action freezes, and the climactic animation kicks off. This grand finale is something that Smash has been lacking for 2 decades. Characters who get knocked off the stage have always exploded into a column of light, but until Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, it was up to the community to highlight that precise hit that ended the fight. Some of the brashest and boldest players would do this by pausing the game only frames before the final hit landed. It's hilarious grandstanding. It's like Babe Ruth pointing to the outfield to call for a home run. It's mostly pure flexing, but it also serves an important purpose for the spectators. It's a photo finish. It's a moment where you know who won and exactly how they did it. Ultimate's finales bring Smash closer in line with the rest of the fighting game world, and they show that Nintendo understands how people play and enjoy these games. When the final hit lands, the winner should feel good and the room should get loud. Hey, thank you for watching my video about an extremely specific gameplay mechanic in Super Smash Bros. If you love nerdy discussions about very particular gameplay mechanics, you should check out the entire series of Feel Good, because there's a lot of wonderful stuff in there. Anyways, thanks again, bye.